Hello everyone, my name is Priscilla and welcome to the full moon reading for the moon in Capricorn in July. Technically today, July the 12th of, July the 12th, 2014. And so this full moon in Capricorn is all about structure and growth. Capricorn energy is a Saturn energy, so it's about creating foundations and looking at where in your world you could probably put some closure to or get rid of or change things around the structure of your world or business that isn't necessarily serving you. And so and this full moon also is a time of illumination. It brings to the forefront what it is that you're possibly not been able to see in the past, and now it's being illuminated for you to be able to see it and to be able to make change. So I'm going to draw an Osho card for you tonight, and it's a wintry evening here in Sydney, which is where I currently am. Not for too long, but for about a week, and then I'm going back down to Melbourne to see what unfolds down there. So here's a card for the full moon energy in Capricorn, and let's have a looky, see what we have here for you. Wow, okay, this is a beautiful card. This is the awareness card. It's a card of actually kind of reflecting the fire behind me, which is now covered up by the card. It's a beautiful card of recognition that things that literally need to be cleared away by the bright light of awareness now's the time. Now's the time to let your the power of your inner awareness burn away the old things that genuinely don't serve you anymore. As I mentioned about the full moon and a time of change, it's that's it. It's a time of ending. It's a time of getting rid of or clearing out what doesn't serve you. And when we have awareness around things that we can't necessarily see or haven't been able to see in the past, now's the time where it'll come to the surface, and it gives you a chance to look at it with fresh eyes and to look at it with the power of your inner sight that goes beyond the logic. It comes more from that deep place of knowing. And it's really also brings forward that element of trust as well, that when you do start to really use this part of yourself, this deep knowing, this inner ability to know and understand stuff, the old stuff just doesn't wash anymore. The old ways of thinking don't always make sense. It doesn't always have to be logic. The power of the mind and the control of the mind kind of drops away, because the inner awareness you have gives you clarity in ways that logic or the way our mind functions doesn't necessarily serve you in certain environments. And it's a powerful card. And it's also that illumination when you have awareness, like the full moon illuminating the things that need to be brought to the surface. This awareness illuminates things that you've probably known about and not necessarily been very comfortable with before in the past, but now you do get it, and now you can see how before you may not have been able to make change, but your awarenesses around who you are and how you function help you put into good stead, the things that need to change, and it's easier to allow the change to come through because your awareness of yourself is stronger. You're not as afraid, possibly. You are trusting yourself, trusting your own decisions. Like I said earlier, they don't necessarily come from a logic perspective. They come from a deep inner knowing, and that is it's probably the most powerful component of ourselves, that when we start to trust that, when we have the awareness of the things and we trust our inner knowing, then the decisions we make are more profound, the changes we make are more profound, and we make better changes as well. We're in a stronger place to hold our ground, hold our ground, stand our ground, so to speak, hold on to our inner strength. And it's quite beautiful because there's this amazing flame of awareness. It just sort of burns through, it cuts through. You just have this knowing, nah, this is not going to work anymore. Sorry, no, I can't do that. I can't constantly say yes all the time. Learning to, know that saying no is sometimes incredibly difficult, but it's the best thing you could possibly do, because from this deep part within you, you understand that to say yes is going to be the wrong choice to a certain situation possibly within your world, and being able to say no and be strong in your no. And it's not to hurt anybody and shut them out, it's just to say no, it doesn't suit me to be over there anymore, or to do this for the same reasons all the time. No more. It can't be the same, and it must be changed. And within yourself it gets easier to say that, because you feel stronger and your awareness of who you are and what matters to you is more profound. And so when you do decide, it's clear. It's absolutely clear. I don't need to say yes all the time, and I can say no. And people aren't going to be devastated if I say no. That's an okay thing too. Well, that's the reading for the full moon in Capricorn tonight, and the next reading is going to be in time for the next new moon, which is going to be the 27th of July in Leo. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and I hope you appreciate, and not so much appreciate, oops, that sounds a bit crazy, but if you do, please feel free to share. This is for everybody. The energies are very, very powerful, as always, on full moons and new moons and the moon cycles. So more than happy to spread the love. Okay, I hope this has been helpful, and so much love to all of you.